Here we have the new 2025 Buick Envision. Now this one comes in the Sport Touring trim level with all-wheel drive. Summit white is the paint, and then we get garnet with ebony perforated leather interior. For the powertrain, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and that's mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Love the new design. As we come around to the front end here, we get those nice thin LED daytime running lights, and then we have the LED headlamps as well. And with the ST trim, just getting that beautiful black mesh grille. And on top of that, with the ST trim, we get these 20-inch black aluminum wheels. And I love the new Buick logo throughout. You can see it on the wheel here, on the hood. Just a great move by Buick there. But the black accents really make the ST shine throughout. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door lock controls are there, memory seat function. We get express down for the back windows, 1-touch up and down for the front. Power mirror controls, rear window lock, and then we do have the blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. But with the garnet and ebony, as you can see, just a beautiful, beautiful interior. We get the hands-free programmable lift gate there that also displays the Buick logo. Bose sound system. And then over here, auto stop toggle, lane keeping system, drive modes, and an electronic parking brake. Pedals are there. Hood release right there. And there's our power driver's seat. We do get 4-way power lumbar support here. But I want to give a big thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Envision today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to get the best price on one of these, just make sure you click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out that information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But if you couldn't see through that tint, this one stickers at $43,240. And the way it's optioned, you really get a lot for the money, in my opinion. Backseat room, not terrible. I like that the seat is kind of down. You kind of hop in here and the dimensions are just set up very nicely for this size vehicle. I'm not sitting up super high, so I have a bit of headroom even with the panoramic roof there. You can see with the sunshade up. And the room between my legs and the seat here is not the best, but it's still, the seat's long, if you can see that there. And that kind of helps me, at least, being 6'3" with longer legs, fit back here. Rear AC vents, USB-C, USB-A charge port down there. There's a look at the front. And again, this garnet interior is just stunning. I love that dark purple color. Just looks very nice. Now, if you ever need to activate the child locks for whatever reason, there's a switch right there. And as we come around to the back end, we do get the full LED tail lamps, and it's just a nice look. The Envision for 25 still kind of resembles the outgoing model, but it kind of has its own flair. And again, getting the full LEDs. The tail lamp's looking a bit thinner. It just makes it look more athletic. And I reckon it is just having that 2-liter turbo standard. But there's a space behind the second row. Spares underneath there. Top tethers for the car seats are on the back of the seats themselves. And then you do get a 12-volt right there. And if you want to buy a $20, $30 inverter, you can do that and then kind of plug in your laptop or whatever. Fuel filler there. And here's the back seat once again for the passenger side, but hit this, and when the seat up front is up far enough on either side, you can fold these flat, and pretty easy to just lock them back into place. And your lower latch anchors for the car seats are hidden right there. Manual front passenger seat, but it is 6-way, so we can pump the seat up and down as well as move the seat back, forward and back, and the seat bottom up and back. Love having a little storage here underneath where the shifter used to be. Glove compartment. Now, as we come back around to the front, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. And kind of a weird, you have to have your hand down. It's just in a weird spot getting this, but once you get used to it, it makes sense. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So I love the new steering wheel here, leather wrapped, and it almost has kind of a flat bottom feel there as well. So it just makes it, again, in the sport touring trim, feel that much more sporty. Here's the horn there. Now over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. You also have Alexa if you want to use that. The ambient lighting is right in here. You can customize that to your liking. Dual zone automatic climate controls. You can adjust fan speed, direction, temperature, and all that. And then you have the 3-stage heated front seats right there, which you can adjust. And that is part of the optional package on this one in particular. Now, my favorite thing about having the new system is having the vehicle status menu, so we can go through and see everything for maintenance, gauges, trip meter, even the air quality. Or you can kind of go through the animation and click certain things and it'll show you what's going on there. Now we have Google Assistant as well as Google Maps. We can use that. Podcasts and news are available to us as well. And then the controls here, you can adjust the camera, traction control, auto high beams, the park assist, and the hill descent control. And then you can also adjust your lights there. Our lights are gonna be in the screen, so when you cut the vehicle off, you won't be able to access them, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to get to once you get used to it. And if you set it on auto, 99.9% of the time, you'll never have to fool with the lights anyway. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And we also have that bird's eye view. And then the front camera is there as well. You get the overhead and then the side view cameras as well. And then hazards are there. We can adjust the fan speed, temperature, the auto climate controls, and the on and off button, as well as the defrosters here. So those are all kind of quick shortcut buttons so you can easily get to them without having to go on the screen. And down here, wireless charging pad, you get a USB-C, USB-A port there, 12 volt. You can stow all that away. And again, where the shifter's not here anymore, basically you have just a volume knob. You can click that to mute. Bottle holders here, storage, more storage. And then right there in the middle, you have your center console cubby space. Now, as I'm opening that roof shade up here, we have the lights, beautiful color, sunroof controls, home remote, and then we have the OnStar controls right in there. And there is the roof, and we can tilt or slide. So I'm just gonna one-touch slide it back. And there's a quick look at the back seat from up here. I like how quiet the roof is. And it goes all the way back there in one touch. And then you can hit it a second time to get it back a bit more. And then you can also one-touch shut it. Vanity mirrors there. Now back here to the steering wheel, blinkers, high beams, we can flash there, and then your fluids on the side, rear wipers as well as the fluid, and then the front wipers right there. Now for the shifter, it's a column shifter, so hit the brake, pull for neutral, pull up for reverse, down for drive, press P for park. You also have a manual mode as well, so when it's in drive, you can hit this M right here and you can manually shift with the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. And then behind on the left side, you can adjust the track list or radio station favorites. And behind on the right side, volume up, volume down there. Now we get our standard adaptive cruise here, so we can adjust that, turn that on or off, set the speed, cancel. Then we have the voice recognition and the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise there. And then heated steering wheel toggle. We can go through our radio station favorites here, and then we can go through our audio sources right there. Mute button, Bluetooth button, and we can change our display by clicking this here. So a few different menu options if you want to go through that. Push button starts here. Finally, heads up display, which is optional on this one, and then the key fob with remote start.